Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Sinister RC Dad. I just wanted to do a quick channel update here and kind of go over some things. About a year ago, I did a unboxing of a BL brushless motor that I got for the 3900 kV. I never did a follow-up to it. This project right here got put on the back burner for a while. The story behind this truck, I took this truck in on a trade for some other RC equipment, and it was this is a version 1 Redcat Caldera 10e, and it was in very, very poor shape. I had to basically go through everything in the truck, including the gearboxes, and just kind of rework some things on it and go over it. Previous owner really didn't take care of it well, so but yeah, I just recently, this last week, I got this thing back up and running. I put that BL Motors 3900 kV 4-pole brushless motor in this, and I gotta say I'm pretty happy. The stock motor was blown out, the stock ESC was blown out, so I'll just kind of go over what I've got going on here. Before I pop the top though, I wanted to show you something here. I got these really cool LED lights that I put in here. Really like them. They had a lot of style to this truck, I think, and they're pretty bright at night. Not that I do run this truck at night a lot. And then it's got the tails too. It's pretty cool. I did take it out for a bash today. Ran through packs, 2 packs through it. I'm only running 2S LiPo on this guy. I really feel it needs a 3S. The motor's not getting hot at all. Running the 2S. I'm running Electron Pro, a 2S LiPo 5200 mAh batteries on it. So I'll pop the top here. Show you what I got going on under the hood here. And bear with me, my desk is a computer desk and also a hobby desk, so when I'm not using it for computer stuff, I just kind of push that stuff to the back there and go at it as it is here. And I am doing this one-handed. Okay, let's turn it off here. So these are soldered together. I just put some electrical tape, just kind of trying to bunch them all together. Here's the motor I reviewed about, not reviewed, but unboxed about a year ago. If I can get this heat sink off here. Bear with me a moment. There we go. And there it is right there. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. There it is. I am running a stock pinion still. Seems to do alright. I did have to replace this spur gear right up in here. My original one was all chewed up. I got it with the truck. I am running a Hobby Wing Easy Run WP80. It's an 80 amp ESC on there. So it'll do well with the 3S LiPo. So basically I've had to go through and replace a lot of these screws. Some of these screws were missing, or they were just stripped out or rusted. So I replaced that. And then on the truck itself, let me unplug the lead here to my body. I just kind of hot glued these wires to the shell here. It seems to be working out. So one or two of them have come loose, but I'm going to go ahead and redo that. Put the body over here. Alright. And then what other upgrades I have? I have an aluminum servo horn here. Sorry about the lighting. And I have a Hexfly HX-15S. It is a 15 gram metal gear servo. The stock servos on these were junk. They were 3G servos and they were plastic geared, so they were just garbage. So yeah, so that's the update on this. I would like to actually put some aluminum shocks on it, maybe some Redcat earthquake shocks. But they're doing the job just fine right now. I mean, it is kind of smushy, but it works. They seem to not be leaking, so I'm pretty happy with that. But all in all, I know I need to do some aluminum upgrades. I need to do the hubs. I'd like to do the arms. These hubs and these steering arms, I believe they're called. They call them a bunch of different things on different trucks, and it's hard to keep up. and maybe replace these rods here, get rid of some of this slack here. So, but yeah, it's running, and I'm happy with it. It's a fun little basher, so I can't complain too much. Out of the last 4 years I've owned this truck, actually, I've only had about, up until the other day, I'd only had maybe collectively 20 minutes worth of runtime on it, because every time I ran it, it broke. So I did have a guy at the park slam into me on accident, and he did rip the screw, I guess from the collision, it ripped the screw out of the steering knuckle here, so I put another screw in there. Hopefully it holds, but really I need to upgrade those to aluminum. So that's kind of the overview of what's going on with this truck. As far as the channels, I know I've been posting a lot of videos on my drone flights. I post them all. I'm not professional here on YouTube. I don't have editing software. If anybody knows where I can get some free software, to try out with the editing, I'd like to add some music to my videos and maybe cut some stuff out of it or paste videos together. I'm not too fluent on that, so I am learning. I'm in the beginning stages here. So here's the bugs too that I run, the B2W. It's in the box right now. I have the red one right here. I couldn't be happier. That's a nice little FPV Wi-Fi flyer. So if you come across this video or some of my other videos, I definitely recommend this quad if you're just getting into it or just looking at something to mess with. It is very fun to fly, so I do have a lot of fun with it. As far as this project, it's going to continue to be a ever-growing, long-lasting, project for me. I've also got, let me get it out of the box here. I've also got this guy that I'm working on here. The body's going to come off. This is a Team Associated SC10 short course truck. This belongs to my brother-in-law. He kind of hasn't had the time to tear it apart, but the spur gear actually, if I can find it. No, I don't know what I did with it. But anyhow, we had put a 2S LiPo on this thing, and I'm thinking that the motor from the factory was not tightened down. So you had improper spur gear to pinion mesh, and when he hit the trigger, it just destroyed this plastic spur gear in here. I don't know why in the heck they ran a metal pinion with a plastic spur gear in there. I'm kind of baffled on that. Normally I thought it would be brass pinion with a plastic spur gear. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that if you wish to. So what I recommended to him was, it's an 87 tooth spur gear. I recommended a hot racing aluminum one. It's like $17 of free shipping on eBay. I found them as low as. So I told him we should do that. And then I also gave him, a couple years ago, I gave him a Castle Creation 6900 kV, which is probably overkill for this truck, but I'd like to see how that is on a 2S LiPo on this truck. I think it'll haul pretty good. But I'm starting to get interested in short course trucks myself. So I'm thinking about down the road maybe picking one up just for track purposes. We do have a couple tracks in the area I'd like to try out. So yeah, so that's a update for the channel here. Down the road for the future, I'd like to get into freestyle quads, micro FPV, and racing drones, and doing some builds and stuff. So once I get some better equipment, where I'm not using a cell phone to do my videos, and I can put a camera stationary, like, overhead, so you can see what I'm doing. I'd like to do some builds on camera. So, but yeah, that's basically what the update is, and I wanted to update this guy and that BL motor right there, and kind of just do a channel update all together here. So, yeah, just fun stuff. I got my 9-year-old. He's going to be 10 in a week or so. He's got a Redcat Volcano. If you've seen the other videos on my channel here, I just ordered a Ghoul RC ESC and motor combo. It's a 60 amp ESC. For what I read in the reviews, it is not waterproof, so I'm thinking about picking up some small bottle of that conformal coating and waterproofing the ESC for him, because he is going to hit puddles, even though I tell him not to. I just know my son, he will hit the puddles. It comes with a 4300 3650 can size. It's a 4300 brushless 4-pole motor, so that should be interesting. He's on a stock pinion, which I have to replace. I think it's a 21 tooth, so stay tuned. I'll definitely be doing some videos on that thing. It's a fun little basher for him, and I even enjoy driving the truck myself. So I want to get this on a 3S LiPo and see how it does. It does okay on a 2S LiPo. It's pretty quick, but I know with the 3S LiPo, it's going to be a lot more of an animal. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So I've got some other projects that are on the back burner. I've got the Kyosho USA 1 restoration that I'm going to do, but that thing's going to be a money pit. Sashi chassis, I mean, everything I can find for that truck is going to go on it. And it probably won't be anything real fast. It'll just be something neat to kind of toy around with in the yard or whatnot. And then I've also got my version 2. It's a 1993 release, I believe, a Team Associated RC10T. That's in pieces in the garage. Hopefully going to source some electronics for that and kind of go through the differential and the suspension. And I know I got to change the steering servo setup on that and kind of redo some things. So that's what's coming down the line in the foreseeable future here. As always, I will continue to upload my flight videos of the bugs too, B2W. And I apologize for the not editing of the videos. I'm just not at that point yet. But if anybody has any recommendations of good YouTube software that's free, I'd like to try that out. I just can't see paying for it, editing software, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a professional YouTuber like some of you guys out there. So, but anyhow, that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Throw a like and feel free to subscribe. Thank you.